You ever had those days where you just want to do something fun? That's what this video is. It's all about us just having fun with the movie E.T. and rewriting it as if it's a custody case. Tell us what you think. How'd we do?
All right, team, we've got this new case where we're representing mom. DSS has gotten involved due to some of her actions or allegations that they're making, and a petition's been filed. Do you all have any thoughts on what our case strategy should be moving forward?
So this is the case with the three kids, right? 7, 10, 13-ish?
Correct, and believe it or not, the alleged alien.
So who had the kids when this alleged alien came into the picture?
That would be our client, mom. She was the primary custodian, dad, non-removal parent, and I believe that a lot of the evidence that was in the petition and in the packets that we're reviewing now was actually provided by dad.
Okay, so dad wasn't aware of these photos?
I don't believe so, and after speaking with our client, it seems that she wasn't aware of what was really going on until it was far too late.
Did she say where she was during the time?
She did not, but I would imagine that she wasn't in the home because she didn't even know that there was an alien residing in her house.
And this is the alien and the photos, the little girl, the 7-year-old Gertie, dressed up like a little girl with a wig and a hat and all that?
Correct. The middle child, Elliot, stayed home from school, and the alien actually had access to alcohol, which mom did not keep in a safe environment. So I think that's another issue that we're gonna have to discuss.
I mean, it's an alien, of course. This isn't our first petition that involves an alien, guys. Like, they're everywhere.
I mean, but this one likes Skittles.
Yeah, but I think at the end of the day, we've got to really focus on how do we protect this mom, because this isn't our first petition with aliens that I think aliens were involved.
Did you bump your head again, Jessica?
Matt, I'm telling you, like, we've heard too many things in DSS court, right? This is not our first case. This mom, though, like, guys, she was working all the time. I hear what DSS is saying, but have they alleged that there was any alcohol, substance abuse, anything like that?
Well, Matt just mentioned that the alcohol was left unattended. You have a little girl, her older brother staying home from school with access to alcohol. I mean, I think we all see latchkey kids, and that's not usually the problem, but these kids were so unsupervised that they are off gallivanting through the woods, running into a extraterrestrial, taking him home, dressing him up. I think it goes beyond just a simple stayed home from school one day because they were sick.
Yeah, I think there have been multiple allegations with regard to lack of supervision. I mean, in fact, two of the children snuck out on Halloween night, which, as we all know, can be a dangerous time for children. And with mom not even knowing that occurred, I think that's a big problem.
I agree. And I mean, and then, I don't know, this seems a little fantastical, but there was some sort of allegation that the alien was in a basket on top of the bike and they were like flying through the air or something. And so I don't know, something doesn't seem right, and mom just seems to be letting all this happen.
Yeah, but what evidence do we have that she's not just working all the time? The case law is clear. If someone's working all the time, we can't use poverty against them. Like, what is she doing that she's not there? Is there substance abuse issues or mental health issues? Do we need to get our client in treatment? Or is she literally just working nonstop because deadbeat dad over here isn't paying child support? Do we have any of this information?
We don't, but I think that's part of why we scheduled this meeting today, to figure out what our options are moving forward.
I think we gotta dig into that.
Yeah.
Well, on top of that, Tyler's 13, so while mom's at work, you could have just been watching them. And I mean, how was she supposed to know an alien was in her house? I mean, yeah, sure, the daughter was dressing her up, but the alien up, but doesn't mean that they were actually in harm's way. Doesn't mean the home was injurious. Doesn't mean that, you know, they weren't being fed or anything like that. It may just be dad over-exaggerating something.
How do you over-exaggerate? I mean, I'm going to play a little devil's advocate here, but how do we over-exaggerate the fact that there's an alien in the home, right? So much contact between this alien and the child that the child's hospitalized, and nearly dies. You know, that, not Tyler. What was the middle child's name again? Elliot. You know, I don't think we can ignore that. I think we have to have a better defense than to just say mom did nothing wrong, right? I think we have to come up with something that maybe we put some things in place to help mom do better, or to show them that she's willing to take steps necessary to protect her kids in the future.
Yeah, and if it weren't for the hospitalization, I think that maybe we could have worked out a safety assessment to ensure that there was, you know, a safety supervisor in place at all times. But unfortunately, that ship has sailed.
And the ship sailed, so did the extraterrestrial, E.T. He went home.
It did, but with these
Yeah.
allegations of the alcohol in the home, I'm starting to have concern that maybe our client was hallucinating.
Oh, that's an interesting take on it. Even like the medical stuff.
No, I'm talking about the extraterrestrial flying with the child.
Well, yeah, that would make sense, wouldn't it? What do you guys think about that?
Well, is there anything in the petition or anything from DSS so far, what they've gotten from the children as far as talking with them?
I do not believe that we have anything yet. I know that at least Elliot's going to the Carousel Center for potential.
That